Dummy.
You ain't know because you
I don't like your posture.
me.
Mm-mm.
I ain't asked you to like it. It ain't made for you to
I
like.
keep telling you, you're not symmetrical.
I don't care to be symmetrical, nigga. I care to be comfortable. Okay? You look very uncomfortable.
I'm cool.
You look uncomfortable, though.
I'm good. Which one?
I want you to relax.
Like a foot slip, try to get
Right. That's how you uncomfortable. Nigga get it like. Right. Doom. That nigga kick that bitch 9 times. God damn, Bigfoot. Bigfoot about to break the table in that bitch.
Dummy.
Nigga couldn't get that bitch up there, could
That nigga say, I'm
Do I look
comfortable.
more comfortable now, Hoop?
No, because your knee look like it's underbent. Like that nigga knee going backwards.
I nigga say underbent.
Right. That nigga say like, nigga,
Dummy.
unbend your knee like that, boy. No. Put your foot up there, man. You gotta learn how to be cool, man. Nigga,
Man, it's too far away.
Nigga, be cool. Yeah, I'm teaching you to get a nigga cool class.
Man, I'm the coolest person you can meet.
Now with your knee bent backwards.
I'm straight.
That nigga knee bent backwards. That's wild. But yeah, man, you be comfortable, man. Leave me alone.
I'm comfortable. Why you bother me?
You told me I look uncomfortable.
No, I said
Asymmetrical.
I did say that.
Yeah, I know.
But I was talking about the chair. Like it's not symmetrical.
I don't care about symmetrics.
It look good.
Sometimes. We can't start off again 2 weeks in a row. The symmetrical podcast. The symmetrical niggas.
Well, we started off right, but then Dez messed it up.
Oh yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, Dez lying about his experience.
Pumping it up.
Man, I've been using ChatGPT for 9 years.
Nigga helped me get through high school. No, it didn't.
It
G-ball.
just came out
right.
yesterday.
Exactly. You talking about YouTube friends. You talking about MySpace top 8, nigga.
And speaking, I see it say, Cheeto, I know you can't see this, but we got a TV screen that says behind the cameras, and it says, tell Cheeto to make a pick. Cheeto declined to pick this week.
All right, but going forward, Cheeto, this might be your only options, my boy.
I'm telling you, because
It might be your
Look,
only
there you
options, my boy. If you want to be a part of the show,
I'm telling you,
Do your job.
we're gonna fire him.
yeah, do your job, man.
But yeah, man, it's good to be back. I like it.
Always. Symmetrical or asymmetrical?
Oh well, let's just get started. Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies podcast.
This is episode 2 of the Content Factory podcast. I told you that last week. I'm Hootie.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 289. As who to say episode 2. From the consistent 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't know what these other niggas doing, man. I don't
What's
know,
it
man.
when it's not a group? A duo. Consistent duo.
Geese.
Geese. You talking about chickens, nigga? What?
Now, yeah, remember that nigga said, you don't see a group of women. And you, nah, I ain't. Never
Yeah,
mind.
don't do it.
Never mind.
Don't do it.
But it was funny though. But we back in this thing, man. It's Sunday. Y'all know what we do on Sunday. It's Sunday Fun Day. It's the first Sunday. First Sundays with the Dummies. The Dummies.
Dummies.
I don't know. That's what rappers do. Right? Make it rhyme.
Yeah, nigga, I said dummies. I just added the A's.
It's feeling good to be in the building. The lights are lighting. The timer is timing. The cameras are cameraing. Dez is Dezing over there as usual. He almost forgot to hook up the hard drive, so we almost didn't have no episode.
We recorded 30 minutes and Daz missed all of it.
Yeah. They remind you of old time. Though.
Smooth 30 high. See, I did the Daz and pumped up my story. A whole 30 minutes.
Right. 31 seconds.
You gotta pump up your story, man. You gotta pump it up.
But we back in this thing, man. Where we at though with it, Hoop?
Week been cool, man. Been busy, been work, and but work has been fun. Went to Tuscaloosa yesterday, did something with Alabama Power and families and stuff like that. And it was just cool being in that atmosphere, being in that scene that and getting the opportunity to work that. But that does make it pretty busy, man. Working in the sun is a mug, man. I don't remember how I used to do this football stuff in the heat. I don't like the anything in the heat, nigga. I'm taking pictures in the heat. I'm ready. I need a seat. I need to go sit down. I need to go chill.
Man, that
for a
shit used
little
to be
bit.
hot. You'll walk out that back door, I'm like, damn. And then you just,
Run 400s.
yeah, get used to it.
Not 400, but 400. You know what I'm saying? But it's been good, man. I'm grateful for it, man. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Did that, then came back, man, and saw something pretty cool yesterday. It was precious, so to say. That's a weird word for
Huda to be
for me
using.
to be using on here. But I
Precious.
saw a grown man, like the whole idea, and that's how it should be, I guess. But the whole idea, and it was low key, real low key. The whole idea of his engagement was it's just a surprise. He lied to it. It was dressed regular. You know, sometimes niggas, these young niggas, a lot of them, but nah, baby, put on a wedding dress.
He lied.
Well, he lied. We were going to a party.
He supposed to lie.
Yeah, he lied. And good job, my boy. He lied, said they was going to a party, so they was regularly dressed like they was going to a party. Regularly, yeah. It wasn't all extravagant like you're going to get engaged to. Because that'd be the weird thing. People be going on these surprise engagements, but y'all be dressed like you're going to a prom. But they was regularly dressed and popped out and got dropped on one knee and proposed to her. You know what I'm saying? She thought they was going to a party.
That's dope.
So seeing that was cool. That was the highlight of my weekend, man. But work. Booked and busy, you know what I'm saying? I'm using the thought terms. I'm the new working thought. I'm a thought to working. I don't care. Man. How was your week?
That nigga say he was booked and busy.
Yes, man. It's fun.
Dope week. It was quick. Seemed like we just left up out of here. But that's cool because I love to come pod, man. I like when the lights be lighting. I like it. I like when the people get to see me and hear me. But now I ran down to Mobile yesterday. Quick turn and burn. Got down there. I probably was in Mobile a total of 3 hours.
Burning turn. Burning turn.
Either way it go, you turning and burning. Leave me alone, man. This is my week.
Dummy.
But went down there, man. It was cool. Had drinks. Got the fellowship at the baby shower. They had hookah at the baby shower. It was kind of crazy.
Did you hit the hookah?
No, I ain't hit the hookah. But I did have a Jello shot.
Pause. But all right. I feel you. You should. I feel like, on occasions like that, you should hit the Jello shot.
I had to pour it in the cup.
How you pour a Jello shot in the cup?
I shot it in the shot glass. Yeah, it was wild.
So it was like a
it was in a syringe.
Oh yeah,
and you had to.
You ain't putting that in my mouth.
Fool.
Hey, look, putting that in my mouth.
I picked it up and got ready to, and I was like, oh hell no. Something felt kind of weird, So I put the Jello shot into the Jello cup. Nigga, they gotta be tough with everything.
I know. I'm a real barbarian. If I had no cup, I'd have put it in my hand. That bit like some Skittles.
Shake it up.
Right. That bit like some Skittles.
Jello shot in your hand is nuts. But nah, it was cool little trip. Got back home, tired, watched a little football. Football was extra crazy this week.
You did a real burning turn.
Oh, yeah. Like I'm telling you, I was back about 9, 10 o'clock.
You're good, man. I did a little burning turn, too.
Sometimes.
I did a mini. I just went to Tuscaloosa and back. But when you're tired, you're tired.
Tuscaloosa. That's right there.
Shut up, man. It's an hour and 15 minutes each way.
That's right there.
Hour and 15.
Nigga, 3 hours each way.
I'm just saying, man. Don't be downplaying my shit.
That nigga went up the street and back. But nah, it was one of them things where you had to make a game time decision, and the better option was just going to come back, get home, and rest. So that way, you fresh instead of getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then driving and then trying to come pod and all that. Nah, I take my chance.
You take dedication.
Definitely take dedication. You know what I'm saying?
Some niggas don't know about that.
Shots fired. But other than that, it was a cool little week, man. Things finna get busy. I'm a cheer dad, so all this cheer stuff coming up. So got some competitions coming up, so I'm gonna be on the go again next weekend. I think I gotta go to a competition or something. So other than that, that was my week. It wasn't nothing spectacular or too much to it. Did you see my boy football jersey at the game?
Who? The Todd? Baby Todd? Yeah, I saw Uncle out there.
That nigga had a real authentic jersey. That bitch was so tight.
His socks was too. That nigga had them bitches fully extended. Like he pulled it. Nigga had some ankle socks. He had some ankle socks that he pulled to his knees. Them other niggas stretched them bitches.
Remember when Can't Get Right had them high UAB socks? Wow. That's how tall shit was. You right. They said that who'd have said that nigga had on a 42U jersey.
Why you beef up your story on me? But I ain't mad at it though.
You did say that.
I did.
Yeah, didn't it?
Yeah. No.
Yes, you did. You did.
How you gonna fall into it?
You did. You did say that. You said my man had on a 42U jersey.
No, Stock said my boy said Todd had on that 40.
37U.
Yeah, no. He said Stock said you fell for. Look at you, man.
You did say that.
Stock said my boy said that nigga had on a 37U jersey. He never said who my boy was. It wasn't Hootie.
It was you.
All right.
It was a good joke,
who? But okay, he did. I didn't say it, but he did.
Dummy.
We did. Might have been, but for Todd, that's 41U. You know what I'm saying?
I wish we could crop it. That could be the cover. 41U.
It can be.
Yeah. But nah, I don't know. I saw my boy Jersey though. It looked like he had a good time though. But I ain't talking to that nigga about his week. He ain't here. I don't know if y'all saw this week. The death toll keeps rising in Hurricane Helen.
I saw that, man.
It soared to over 200 now, as officials from Georgia and Florida reported additional deaths. This came from CNN. So, man, tragic. I mean, we talked about it last week, but just to keep seeing as they're getting through cleanup and getting to some of the areas that was affected by the floods, they still finding additional bodies. So, it's kind of crazy. It's another storm out there now that we got to watch. I think it's called what's the name? It's
Coming
called
from Mexico area going
Milton.
towards Tampa.
Milton. It's expected to get to Category 3, making landfall somewhere near Tampa around Tuesday, Wednesday.
And it's direct. Yeah, it's that time of year, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But sorry, prayers to those people, man, who dealt with this most recent hurricane, man. From being a person who experienced that, and it's the worst one since then. Since Katrina, man, just seeing that, man, and now you see more videos, you see more stuff. Like, it's a whole family, probably a family of 15 to 20 people just standing in the living room with the water up to their chest, and their pets are floating on floaties from a couch or a sofa or whatever, man. Just seeing people going through that, like, that's tough. And what do you do?
You can't.
What do you do, man? That water is up here right now a week later. What do you do?
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see that clip where it was like 10 family members in the house? And they was all, that shit was wild.
man.
I don't know.
Prayers, man. I don't know. And that's in a place, an area that's not supposed to flood. Not supposed to go through that.
Yeah, they
They're like in the mountains
yeah,
area.
and
Like,
I saw that because they was talking about people like people kind of not necessarily negative, but they were saying like were they not prepared for it or something like that. And them folks was like, man, we don't. That's like never happened here.
That's like saying when you slept on the freeway, you wasn't prepared for that snow.
No, shit.
Like, what do you do? Like, some stuff you're just not prepared for, and it just happens, and it just happens.
It's a freak storm. Like,
so no,
you know, storms. You do always get affected some inland, but this is deep off inland. Like it says, in the mountains. So that much rain up in the mountains is like easy. You know.
So what do you
flooding.
do when you see stuff like that? You treat it like it's just a freak accident. As a person outside of these areas, it ain't gonna happen to me. Or do you overly prepare and be like the doomsday people with the?
I don't even know how. Like, coming from the Gulf Coast, you know, you prepare for storms. You put the boards on the windows and stuff. Sometimes people put sandbags out and stuff. But other than that, how much more preparing can you do? Other than evacuate. But again, that far inland, you're not thinking that could happen. So I don't know. Like you just said, I don't know how you prepare for something like that.
Like, I think about it, fool. Like, my whole life, you know, we experienced multiple hurricanes each year, and we toughed them all out. We might have left once. We might have went to a hotel once, but the rest of them, we toughed them out and did that. We prepared. We got food. We got candles. We got batteries. That's how we prepared. So everybody can't just afford to just leave. That can't be the only solution. So I don't know.
I was watching a dude on the reel. He was just talking about how some of the people that actually passed away, they passed away because they ain't had a medication no more. So he was saying when it comes to being prepared, like he was saying, how do you even?
And sometimes, like with that food, they won't even let you get another prescription of yours if it ain't time.
Exactly. But he was saying if you can, you know, get at least put a backpack full of the things that you have to just necessarily have to live.
And food, like watching, and I know this is a weird time to bring this up, but watching stuff like The Walking Dead and things like that, a lot of times they're looking for medications and looking for peroxides and antibiotics and
the small things that you kind of take for granted.
The asthma pumps, you know, like stuff like that to ensure that you're good. So
that's not.
I think it's
Walking Dead.
But fool, you be realizing, fool, I promise you, stuff like that will help you survive on a little low level. You still got to do it. I be thinking about shit like that in life now. Fool, like if the world goes into chaos, would I? We talked about this. Would I survive? And I think I would. Fool, I'm gonna be doing.
You think
shit.
About stuff like you said, in preparing, like people who have like machines that need to plug in, like oxygen machines or something. Not the ones that you can just roll, but like some people have medical equipment that needs electricity.
Yeah, generator. That's why you need generators in a lot of shit. Like learning from that shit. Shit, car batteries will become real important at times. Like
I seen a big boy generator that they had on sale. It was on one of them sale sites for like $2 something. And I was thinking like, as I get on, I was like, man, I kind of want one of them things. Yeah, it's like something like now that you have, it's like something you should probably have
when you have a house.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get me one because that's kind of cool. Like I know last time when we lost power for that minute, Billy just ran. I got one of those orange electrician cars. He ran it from my window to his window and plugged me up.
No bullshit. Look at this. Read that. That's a guy right there. I went to a training with in Atlanta. He in South Carolina. Experienced that, and they just got power today. Literally at 1:12 p.m. today.
That's been like what? A week?
1:12 p.m. today. They just got power. So just imagine that, fool.
Just to name some stuff to get like generators, hot plates, sleeping bags. We forgot about sleeping bags. Just different things like that help you get through certain shit like this. You gotta have some way to
and that's be the thing, fool. Like you just gotta start preparing for shit like that and having those extra things. But niggas be seeing people like that. Sometimes it's crazy people. Oh, they're preparing for the doomsday. That shit ain't gonna never happen. They crazy. They wild. And that be the people who be surviving that shit. And be
like them people who went out and bought all that bread this week and toilet paper and that shit.
And that shit gonna go. That shit gonna
but you know what? That actually kind of happened. Yeah. That happened with Katrina for people who don't remember. Like I remember, like my family and them, my folks ran from like 3-4 storms that summer because that was a summer we had a lot of fucking storms, and they ran from like 3 or 4 of them, and nothing bad happened in those areas. It ended up not being so bad.
Didn't like
so when Katrina came, they was like, man, fuck it, we just finna stay. They've ran from 3 of them already, and so they decided to stay and hunker down. And if you remember too, Katrina like exploded like right before it hit, it strengthened like within less than 24 hours. It blew up. So that was another thing that kind of fucked people up. So you know when you say how do you prepare, especially if you're someone like Florida, the only way to go is up. Yeah. So if you in Miami, Tampa, all that, you got to go up, and it's not the easiest thing, and you got to have money to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody don't have money. They don't all have cars. They don't have resources to be able to pack up and just go. And then where do you go stay? Can you afford to have a hotel for that many days? Do you have family members somewhere else? So like, it's a lot of things you have to consider when you think about preparing and running from a storm. It's not that easy as some people in other parts of the country may not understand that. So
yeah.
But like you said, thoughts and prayers to the people affected, man. Your homeboy just got his power back. That's wild to think about no power for that long, right. that period of a time. So. Tampa, get ready. You know, just prepare, do the best you can, and you know, be ready. Did y'all see that YouTube? They reached a new licensing deal. That's gonna allow for songs that were removed from the platform. Like when we put songs on it, they finna start letting them come back.
Like what?
What you mean?
You say songs that we put on there, or
yeah, like you know how we put songs on it and on the YouTube,
like
they take
on
it
the
down
YouTube because you can't play people. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They passed the new license.
So now does that mean we can play music and all stuff, and it'll be cool on the YouTube too?
It don't say all the artists specifically, but they just named people like J. Cole, and they just named a couple people like that. So I don't know if it's all of them, but it's a new license deal that should allow all songs that were removed to stay on that content.
I ain't mad at it. Keep on doing it. And hopefully that means that allows us to play our music. We like to, that will help with our production of our podcast. And without going through, jumping through hoops and specifics.
Right.
You know, y'all make enough money. Y'all can pay us both.
And we're not trying to claim to be those people.
Yeah, no. We just say we like the music.
If you notice too on Instagram, I don't know if you paid attention, but when you post now, you can actually use, you know how like on the business page, you could only use that stock music and stuff. Mm-hmm. They letting you use real music now, but you can't. The only thing you can't do is you can't boost it. Yeah. You can't boost it or use it for promotion. Like,
and why? I
don't know.
You can't say promotion because if I'm using it on the business page, that's promotion.
Well, what I mean is like you can't boost it.
And
yeah,
I understand why.
Tell me.
Okay.
You make money off
because
of it.
you're using my shit to get hotter. It's like okay.
But I'm doing that anyway.
But look though, if I put Future Plutoski on my post right now,
mm-hmm.
my post gonna pop up everywhere that Future So people that actually go look up Future Plutoski on Instagram and TikTok is going to show their post. So your post is popping up because you're using my song. Okay. So if you're making money off of your post because you use my song, because what if you don't use my song and you don't use something that's by an artist? But you might not get as many views.
I think there's a way to make that work for the simple fact that I think that, one, you let me use it regardless. If I'm boosting it, I am actually paying for it. How you pay that artist? That Instagram incorporate that.
I agree with that.
If I'm paying you, you pay them, and we all win.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Like so,
BMI, ASCAP need to get paid from.
Yeah. So
well, and that's been part of the fight for the longest. I know we're not in music, but that's been part of the fight.
Simple business.
Not being able for artists to have a way to make some money off of it.
And if I'm paying it,
but I think it's kind of cool because if you look at stuff like CapCut and stuff, it's cool how you do. Like you can buy templates. Like I can go if Dez got a page full of templates.
Purchase something.
Yeah, you can go in there and for $1 you can buy a template. And I know that's not a lot, $2. But if you think about people using your template over again, and you are artist like who letting multiple people just keep using it, that's pretty cool little side money.
Yeah. TikTok the only one who actually pays out to those artists.
Yeah.
Which is why TikTok is part of the problem to said companies.
Well, that's why they catching up with that shit now because now people
they starting to do it because they seeing
it getting it that it's working.
They're really just being fair when you really think about it. Niggas really just being fair and still super profiting. Yeah. Like both things can happen, man. You don't stop being so greedy, man. That's all it is.
Man, speaking of greed, I'm not gonna say this is done with greedy, but did you see OnlyFans paid their owner over $1 billion in dividends over 3 years?
You gotta start finding a way to sell some ass.
Some feet.
You can sell feet pictures.
Not my ass. Say you sell it. Maybe you sell finger pictures on that thing, man. You can sell anything on there. Like I need to. It's crazy. You gotta start selling. You gotta. In every part of your, there's some people who are infatuated with belly hair or some shit. Like, think about it. Let me look up these belly hair pics. Think about that.
Man, it's wild though to think that like people paying to see feet pics.
Yeah. I've never been a foot toe nigga, but there's some niggas who are infatuated with feet. Like, I love feet. Like, nigga, they feet. I don't love them, I hate them. They're just feet to me. You look like a feet nigga.
I don't fuck with feet.
So you a hate feet nigga?
I don't hate them. I just don't fuck with them.
Like if a foot touch you, like, ugh.
That's nasty ass feet.
Okay, either way, man.
I like feet, but I ain't no.
So you like them? Like, ooh, baby, you got a good big toe nail.
I like when a bitch got some heels and some nice toes on her. That helps the situation. Yeah.
Feet don't do nothing for me in a positive way, or they don't negatively affect me.
So good or bad, you don't really care about feet.
Yeah, it's not like they feet.
I got a homeboy like that, man. She got ugly feet. I can't talk to her. Like he be dead ass.
Now if you got gorilla feet, come on, baby.
I got a homeboy. Like the first thing he try to do is check out feet and toes.
Nah, I ain't doing that. But I'm gonna notice them big goddamn size 13 gorilla snatchers. Yeah, but if you know whether they like,
can you be mad at feet though? Because niggas got some rough feet.
I can't, and I got them too. But I've never been looked at.
I got them.
I do. Like I got football feet. Nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I got corns on each side of my toes. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, look, playing football, you saw some feet, boy. You saw some feet.
Man, what them hoes like? Niggas toes be over here. They're just one toe.
You saw some feet. Like why that nigga toe? All that nigga toe there black.
Why that nigga pinky toe the biggest? Nigga pinky toe be the biggest toe. You know, but nah, I ain't never been like, and I've never been like, ooh,
I wonder why nigga feet be so trash like that.
Some niggas do, because of a man mentality. You a sucker man if you go get a pedicure. Like the nigga, you got to keep up with your feet, man, for them to look good for real at this point.
You ever got a pedicure before?
Yeah, and I don't like my feet being touched like that. I'm in that be what the fuck wrong with me? I mean, I been laughing and shit like I'm in that wiggling and shit like nigga, bitch, stop tickling me.
I nigga say he was laughing.
Yeah, fool. I don't like my feet to be touched like that. That shit tickle. Sorry.
Did y'all see that one of the Black Lives Matter guy from Atlanta was sentenced to 42 months because he was spending the donated funds, say that he paid for a house and escorts with the money.
Oh, him? What happened to the women? Wasn't it a woman couple?
I mean, all of them been getting in trouble, but this particular one that just got sentenced the other day was a dude.
good. If you progressing off of people paying, good. I ain't got nothing much than that to say. Then you got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop progressing off of people paying. Like, you see, like, a Black Lives Matter movement is a real movement of somebody who died and black people fighting for their rights. And you over there like, let me get a mansion off these niggas.
I think it does so much because it make it hard to want to. Let's just say somebody come with a legitimate thing that's trying to help. Like, people gonna be like, nah, bro, they go with that shit again.
Scammer Ken over there. Get away from me, Scammer Ken. Like, I ain't trying to help no nigga scam. Like, sorry.
I don't know. I just think that it make it tough for when people really come around and want to do the right thing with it.
So what do you do? How do you really help people?
I don't know. I think sometimes when you help people, you just gotta know, like, why are you helping? Like, and that whatever your reason is, like, it's just like with the homeless person.
Well, what avenue you go to?
Huh?
I know, like, the thought of it is to be natural, but what avenue do you go to? Scamming Ken or scamming Sarah?
Oh, well, shit, you got to do your research on that. Like, I mean, I just think you do your research. But I was just going to say, with helping people, it's just like the homeless man. I'm giving you this money. You said you hungry, so this is why I'm giving it to you. If you go do something else with it, that's on you.
Another thing about that. How many times do you give the same homeless man money? Like, let's say you ride past this, like, every day. And that same man there every day.
Because a lot of times it be the same nigga at the store.
What do you do?
Hey, you get some change.
What you do, man?
I'm hungry. Nigga, you told me that
every
30
day,
minutes ago.
The last 6 months, nigga. Like, what you do?
That nigga, when you start getting those everyday people, you know, man, go on.
Like, I didn't deal what I can. You got to do something now, bro. Like, I look out for him a couple of times. I really will. But I try to say some shit to try to help him. I know if it would.
A nigga want.
All right, man. I won't see you next time. Go.
Speaking
go
of a nigga, like, and I'm not saying that his story wasn't true or wasn't right, but I don't really like stopping and talking. And there was a nigga that tried to stop and talk the other day, and the nigga was like, man, can I sing to y'all?
I ain't trying to hear you singing.
Bro,
you saying stopping and talking. You saying stopping and talking. That nigga stopping and singing.
And so when I kept going, he was like, man, I'm homeless, man, and these niggas won't give me no opportunity. I guess he want to sing and get paid. I don't know what the fuck the nigga thought, but
I want you to give him a record deal, girl.
Shit.
Stock records.
I'm gonna sign that nigga to GPG. Right. He can be on the back street.
GPG record label.
We got him.
Speaking of that storm stuff, going back to that, it was inmates. Did you see the inmates in North Carolina?
I didn't see that.
Said that they had to use the bathroom in plastic bags, because they went without water during the hurricane.
They was flooded too, or
yeah, and like, you know, nobody really gives a shit. You know,
remind me of OPP, Orleans Parish Prison during Katrina. But once them boys got out, they had to sit on top of the bridge and shit like that. But a lot of people had to do that. Like, that's what people don't be thinking about when stuff like this happens, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you say get prepared, how do they get prepared?
Yeah, because they can't.
How do they get prepared, fool? Like, ain't shit they can do. Yeah, and that shit sucks.
You would just think that, like, I feel like in situations like that, I think it's more so.
And I don't like people who say, well, they're in jail. Nah,
that's
like
crazy.
That.
That's inhumane. Because
what if it was your son?
Right. I don't like that.
Because at the end of the day, we don't do a good enough job of rehabilitation anyway. Like, most people who go to jail are coming out. They are coming home. And we don't do anything to try to prepare them. And if you look at a lot of, like, Scandinavian countries and stuff, they do a lot to rehabilitate, like, their prisoners. Mm-hmm. They do stuff like let them have pets. They give them plants and shit to take care of, and people like, man, why would you do that? Like, and they was like, because this person got to be your neighbor, and you want to teach them how to take care of stuff and how to be compassionate for other stuff and responsible for things.
Fool, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but like yesterday when I was riding to Tuscaloosa, you know, when you be on the road, your mind be on the road too, fool. So I was like, I wonder what would happen, and why the fuck, I don't know how this comes up too. I wonder what would happen if they put. Sometimes they do male jails and female jails next to each other, and they have things to make them human. Like, sometimes have dances, sometimes have movie night, sometimes are people going to criticize me for thinking of that? Because to think that even though you're a prisoner, you still need to be a human being in some aspects, and you know, just little shit like that. Like,
I think I would look at it based upon what the crimes committed and what's the sentencing.
Yeah, you killed 16 families.
Yeah.
You gotta go over there.
You gotta go to that side.
You know what I'm saying?
But like
somebody,
somebody who, scammed some money, or they committed like a.
Sometimes niggas be creating committing crimes. They don't even know they're committing crimes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the crazy thing. Like, I didn't even know that was a crime. Like, it's not like I'm purposely doing something bad on purpose. I didn't harm anyone. I didn't hurt anybody. Like, man, let them people live some form of a regular life.
Yeah, only because, again, the objective is to rehabilitate and put them back into the community.
So when they get out of jail, they're not hounding women because they ain't seen a woman in 9 years or 6 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They know what it's like to see a woman. Simple stuff, man. Like, little simple stuff. Like, I don't know. Who knows, man? And y'all people who trying to make money off prisons, you can still make your money by doing that too.
There you go. Who'd have said it? Student loans.
I said what I said.
The Biden student loan plan was off, on, now it's back off again.
I saw that. I was mad when I was in the gym after you had told me. I was like, we got hope. Right.
Yeah, it looked like a Missouri judge put it back on block after they put a temporary restraining order against it. They basically still fighting over, does the president have the right or the authority to be able to do it? They're worried about the tax implications, all the different things that they say, go in with forgiving that much in student loans.
Ain't no tax implication, man. That should just go away. Fuck.
Just go away?
Press the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. Hey, what's the tax implications? Like, really, does your taxes go up because that got wiped out? No, they do not, man.
It's a lot of different things that they say happen with the they said that it's a moral hazard. Basically, critics argue that if you forgive loan forgiveness, it might set a precedence that borrowing doesn't have consequences. Another thing they say is fairness. Some believe that it's unfair for those who've already paid off their loans for you to come by and avoid your debt by not having to pay. They said the economic cost. Forgiving student loans can involve significant financial burden that the government critics argue is too expensive. What? Inflation concerns. Certain influx of forgiven debt could increase disposable income for borrowers, potentially leading to increased spending. They said it's not a long-term solution because forgiving existing student loan debt doesn't address the root cause of rising college costs. Mm-hmm. Impact on the economy. You get what they saying with that. Benefits are more affluent, like meaning like there's just going to the top, basically, is how they saying it.
I get it. I get their argument, but also I look at the pros and cons of both sides and see which side benefits both better. I don't think that because I look at it from a personal standpoint, and I would hope that a lot of people, I think that most people would think of it that way, is I'm more educated now about loans. So I know if you wipe this loan out, I'm not going to be a dummy and go get $100,000 more worth of loans that I might not be able to pay back. So I get what y'all are saying, that is not holding that person responsible in these things. But also, a lot of times those student loans were scams, man. You were giving this to those people who you knew wasn't going to graduate. You knew wasn't going to do this. You knew they didn't qualify for it. And you knew that based off the job that they were going to get, you're giving, I love teachers. No shots to teachers. But you're giving teachers $150,000 loans knowing that they don't make that. To make enough to pay that back. So, like, come on, man. A lot of those loans hinder people. And even going back to that whole Trump school. The whole Trump school was a scam, man. Like, come on now. What are we doing? I think we're at that point where we need to give people an option and an okay to restart and reset. And let's see where they go from here. Now, if you do it again, that's on you.
And we said a bunch of different times on here about student loans. I think one of the things that was, I guess, I remember when, like, I was in middle school, high school, you always heard, okay, student loan debt wasn't a bad debt. Right. And so that it didn't affect you. So I think a lot of people
till it did
took on those student loans thinking like, okay, it doesn't affect the car or house, because at that time it didn't. Then they changed the rules and regulations. I mean, even just the interest on them, like the interest is sky high. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like on student loans, even if they can't forgive it, maybe there's some more common sense things that we can do, like getting rid of the interest where you just pay back what you borrowed. Yeah. Because when you pay, okay, the rising cost of college, like it costs $40,000 to go to school. Okay, well, I'm gonna pay y'all back $40,000. Take the interest off of it.
80. We want 80 back though.
Also, that shouldn't affect people's credit. It shouldn't affect you with buying a house or a car. Those are two important things: a house, car, apartment, a place to live, something like that. Utilities. It shouldn't affect those kind of things, because that's kind of trash. Because I went and got student loans, and so you gave me all this money, and now I can't go get a house because of this. That's trash.
So their response is what is your repercussions of taking this loan and not paying it back timely or whatever? Then
what you mean?
Because you said it shouldn't affect this, it shouldn't affect this, it shouldn't affect this. Then what does it affect?
Shit, now? Are you asking what it affects?
I'm saying that's their comeback. So if you're saying it shouldn't affect nothing, then what's the purpose?
Well, I'm saying that because of what you used to use for people to get, like, feel comfortable getting them. Oh, student loan debt ain't bad debt. So, okay, I'm gonna go get a bachelor's. I'm gonna go get a master's. So, like you said, like you brought up the point, we're more educated about it now, so we'll make more sound decisions.
Hopefully, yeah.
Versus back then, they said that it didn't affect you or it wasn't bad debt. So, okay, I don't mind going to go get a. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go try to be a doctor because
this is not gonna harm me like that.
And I can make more money if I do that.
So really, it's on them. And I'm sorry, but it is. Sometimes it's on you. It's your fault. Sometimes if you tell me that this is not going to affect me, then I come back and 8 years later you change it up on me. You can't do that. Like, no, you told me this wasn't going to do that. So no, it shouldn't affect my credit. It shouldn't affect my house, my car, my credit card percentages or whatever. You know,
and I'm only saying that in cases of if the student loan debt forgiveness can't be passed, maybe we can find common sense solutions that we can compromise on that kind of make it where you pay it back, but yet people aren't being affected so bad by it.
Yeah. Because some people can't, like, they got the job, they got the wherewithal, they're moving forward, they got the capital to pay for it monthly, but no, you got these student loans, you can't get this car, this house, baby. Or you're going to have to pay quadruple more. That's a stupid ass rule. You got to pay quadruple more, and because of these things, no, you can't pay it. Like,
and I still go back to the thing that everybody else say. I can get $100,000 worth of student loans, but I can't go get a personal loan to start a business, or you won't give me
$20,000.
Yeah, you won't give me
$40,000.
Right,
with the same responses or consequences. No, that shit gonna be sky high with the APRs and the percentages you're gonna have to pay back. That $20,000 gonna turn into $200,000. Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas is crazy. But whatever. Who am I? Wipe that shit on. I ain't gonna borrow. I ain't borrowing no money from nobody. I promise you that. I'm gonna do everything I can to make it on my own.
Yeah. Did you see that the dock workers,
which might not be the smart way.
Did you see that the dock workers strike reportedly is suspended into January, as contract negotiations will continue, but they found a temporary solution that can hold them over while they negotiate some of the tougher parts of the contract.
Gotcha. So they went from like $36 an hour to like $63 an hour. They flipped the 6 and a 3, and that's a good thing. I said it when I saw it. I'm gonna be a longshoreman. Then I thought I had to do a whole lot of labor work. Nah, that ain't hootie, man. Like, my labor job.
You just said you don't want to sweat shooting pictures.
Exactly. Again, I was having fun. That's the crazy thing. I was having fun. It still was like I'm still on my feet too much. But shouts out to them guys, man. I'm glad that they got that increase. I think that is needed. I think that is warranted. I think, like they said, man, hey, during COVID, when everything shut down, we didn't. And that goes for something. I don't care whether you believe it. It goes for something, man, because they're doing a lot of jobs. Like, I saw one guy just breaking it down, man. Hey, man, if we're closed, this heart or liver transplant that needs to get from here to here might not make it. This blood that's regular, blood that's regular, that's not regular, that you need to get from here to here, we close, you don't get it within your 7-day time frame. You get it in 42 days, maybe. The person's dead who needed it. So now that blood goes to waste. Like, when you look at it, that in medical supplies, once you get into the medical food, once you get into the medical, man, pay them guys.
And
that's life.
I don't know if we got in. I don't know.
I don't care about your candy and shit.
I can't remember how in depth we went last week, but somebody asked, like, what exactly are they fighting about? And one of the things was wages, but one of the biggest things was automation.
Simulate.
They don't want machines. The robots coming in and taking their jobs, because there are certain ports. I saw this guy. He was doing a video from the port of San Diego.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
He was like one of the only people that worked there, and it was number robots. Mm-hmm. And so he was telling them, because it wasn't even his port, the other ports, hey, stay with the fight, because this ain't it. He was like, it usually be hundreds of people working, but now these robots have replaced these people.
And the one of the big key factors he said, because I saw that video, he said in that was they don't pay no taxes for that robot.
Yeah, that was.
They don't pay no taxes
And
for that robot.
honestly, I never really,
Like,
I didn't think about that like that. When you replace hundreds of people with robots, that robot,
that's free money.
They don't buy. Think about this.
That's just maintenance.
You got to get gas to get to work. You probably pick up something for lunch. You know what I'm saying? You pay a lot of people along the way to get to work.
Yeah.
You know, you might catch an Uber. You know what I'm saying? So like now that robot ain't doing none of that shit. That bitch is gonna cut off and on and do what you programmed it to do. So
You playing for
the company makes more money, but then the little people don't. You know what I'm saying?
The whole city does. That whole San Diego dies with just them robots. I'm sorry, because it's a big part of their economy, their money for those people who's traveling back and forth from that docking station. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to the McDonald's and the Taco Bells and the Walmarts. Without them people and it's just robots, man, it's such a big collapse in the economy. That ain't funny. Fool.
Now,
And that shit gonna be like one of these
Don't
movies.
you find it kind of funny that they can find all the reasons why not to give the loan forgiveness because of what it'll do to the economy and all of this stuff and inflation.
Spend more money,
But
you're gonna have more money to spend.
But you can't figure this out with the robot. You'll let a robot take over all of these jobs. And what about the effects of that? Like from a business standpoint, I do get the corporate, like trying to squeeze the bottom line,
But from the
make
moral
more money.
standpoint,
But then like at the effect of
Humanity.
people's livelihood, humanity,
America.
what we talked about last week, being able to like, okay, if I put him on, he can go put these people on. You're taking that away from people.
Robots ain't putting.
You know, like that man who come into that warehouse job might be doing that to help pay for his daughter college, who trying to be a doctor, who, you know what I'm saying? Like it can affect a whole lot of shit.
The country gonna be in chaos if that happens, fool. Because it's gonna be just somebody at the top, and then everybody else is gonna be. It's nothing in the middle.
Now the only thing is you've been seeing for years, and they always say this. And one thing about it is we never see shit go back. You've been seeing these economists and people out. Hey, you better learn how to work these robots. You better start getting tech jobs because it's coming. There's no way around it. But the thing about those robots is they can't work by themselves.
Now they need a person, but they don't need 100 people.
Right.
That's the only bad. And so it does need a person.
And I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that to blame
no,
those people. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that to say that we may not see robots going away.
Yeah, it's not going away. It's no way in hell going away. Sometimes those robots are more efficient. They lift more heavier shit. Robots don't have back issues. That's the robots don't get sick for the most part. That plays a big part into it. And it's gonna be tough, man. Like it's gonna shit's gonna get tougher.
I'm finding myself being old too because
Finding yourself being old.
I went to go pick Jordan and Logan up something from McDonald's, and you can't at this particular McDonald's. You couldn't just walk up to the thing. You had to do the press. No, man, that shit's stupid.
I saw that when I went to Vegas. I saw that shit. It was not a person. Hey, man, I went up to the counter to order my shit. He was like, you gotta go over there. Nigga, you take it.
The fuck you doing?
You at the register. You take it.
Like I'm still old school with that, and sometimes like when I call businesses or credit card places and stuff, I want to talk to somebody. I don't want to. They'll send you the chat bot. No, I don't want to do none of that shit. I want to talk.
I want a person. I'm talking to a person when I call the 800 number. Operator 0, you getting 00000.
Is that an old way of thinking? Like, don't get me wrong, no. I like using the technology, but I also want to be able to talk to somebody.
I get it. Sometimes people fuck your shit up too.
Yeah. But at least with somebody,
but I feel comfortable with this person telling me, yeah, your payment went through, Mr. Williams. You're good.
I feel like the conversation,
even if it's right,
the conversation is different with another human than
it is. It is, and that's something a robot can't do. It
doesn't have any emotions.
Sometimes it's feeling.
Yeah,
like with this person, I could talk to him 3 times. Sometimes I will ask you a question the same times 4 times over to make sure my shit processed. So you sure I ain't got to pay y'all next month, right? You 100% sure, right? 1,000% sure, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Send me an email on that.
Fast food restaurants just put out a report that they've been making more money from the fact that we got to shop at the actual terminal versus going up to the counter. The thing is, the employee at the counter, they ain't really gonna upsell as much as what this ice cream cone popping up when you're ready to check out, just like when we shop online.
You sure you don't? You sure you want to add this?
Sure you don't
want to
want
add
these apple slices?
And sometimes a nigga will forget
Niggas
to add.
is actually purchasing that shit, and they've been making more money from us going to those terminals than they are
Because
going to the counter.
niggas won't add the extra. You sure you want ice cream? You want a cookie? You want some napkins?
I just saw this older
some
guy.
ketchup that's
He had
50
on like a Vietnam hat, and my man was like he wanted a fillet of fish or something, but he didn't want the tartar sauce on it. He was struggling trying to figure out how to get it off, and he was getting mad. I helped him,
A person.
I didn't even know what I was pushing. But it just like
A person could be easily.
I could have did that in 3 seconds.
if that's my job.
Like, hey, no tartar sauce, bet.
That's what I was telling him about 20, 30 years from now. 20, 30 years from now, that shit ain't even gonna matter. We know how to use it.
It don't even matter. Elon gonna have a chip in everybody's head, and the computer gonna know what we thinking.
But California helped.
I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were asking me why don't I talk more politics on the pod. And the answer to that was I don't like talking about politics, not in this form, because of the divisive nature of politics, the way they can try to blackball you.
Two things.
And different things like that. But what I will say is this. It's a lot of people comfortable sending me on Instagram. I got a couple homeboys in particular that keep sending me stupid shit. Stop sending me that stupid shit.
I tell them like directly, that's stupid.
And I've been telling stop sending me that stupid shit because I hate presidential politics because that's when people get so excited about it. And so they start, you can tell
then it's too late.
You can tell when somebody just took a headline or when somebody took a clip and they don't know the backstory behind it. If you don't know politics, man, the presidential politics is not the time to get into it because you probably missed a whole lot of shit that led up to why things are the way they are.
4 years.
So I'm gonna just say this: I'm not advocating for anybody to do anything other than do your own fucking research and understand why some politics is a fun ass game.
You can't rely on all
Well,
these
I
niggas
can
to
take
do their own
Hooter. I'll
research.
take Hooter phone. You can see me take Hooter phone, but I'm gonna say it was Dez that made me do it. And if I say it enough times, you might start believing me.
Question: can everybody rely on their own research?
No, maybe not.
For real.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want to be so excited, if you want to be so excited about it, do your research, learn about it, spend time in it. Take you 30, 45 minutes a day and watch it.
I feel
not just for presidential shit all the time.
I feel you on that, fool, but I honestly feel like some of y'all niggas don't need to do y'all own research. All of y'all niggas not smart enough to retain the information you need to retain because you might go research the wrong shit 98 times. And that's just the wrong shit sometimes coming out of you. So I feel you on that, but I feel like if you're educated on it, you should educate them on it in a personal space. But on a podcast ain't the place for it because I feel like he said that. I think there's two things that you don't get into for the masses because y'all niggas is ignorant. Politics and religion. Y'all just don't understand people's point of view from a simple standpoint, and it don't be meaning no harm, and y'all make it into harm.
And politics was never really designed to be one way or another. It wasn't supposed to just be everybody on left, everybody on right, everybody Democrat, everybody Republican. It has always relied on what we're seeing, and I'm not saying that this is going to go like this because there's still negotiation to be done with the dock workers. Mm-hmm. But the people who own it said, hey, I hear you. And they came to a compromise that works to get them back working, and then we're going to go back to the table and still work. It's meant to be like that. Yeah. It's meant that I'm not going to always get everything that I want every time.
Neither side.
You're not going to get everything you want every time. Let's compromise. I'm a give and take. But now we're in this polarized world where it's all one way.
I need you to all give.
It's all one way or another. And that shit just it's not a sustainable method.
Hell no.
Or a sustainable model.
That side is going to die. Or society is going to die if you're not willing to give and take.
Yeah. So when you say side, I don't know what side because both sides do it.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know how we sustain it, but I don't know. I just don't like when people come. I hate presidential politics because people come out the woodwork. They watch TikTok. They send you something that like, hey, you do know that XYZ happening. Oh, I didn't know that. Right. So stop sending me this stupid ass shit.
But they don't be knowing.
Right.
They don't be knowing. So they don't be knowing. They just don't
But
know.
like they be so it's not that they don't
It's okay
be,
if
they be
come,
so
but
adamant
it's
about
okay,
that shit.
It's okay if they come to you for that advice. Give them their advice.
Nah, they don't come with the advice. They're not asking you. They telling you. They think they telling you something.
Convince you to
Yeah, like nigga.
Agree, but then that's when it's for you to give them like, hey, you know these 6 things happen, right, stupid nigga?
I do that shit every time.
That's it.
But
That's
stop
it.
sending me your shit, man. I'm sick
and
of
they
y'all.
won't because they think they're right.
Sick of that.
And they don't be.
I'm telling y'all niggas all week. Hey, that's stupid as fuck.
Do it.
I've been doing it, but I'm gonna do it more.
Continue.
Maybe I'm gonna be more serious about like.
Hey, we just talked politics on here. Stock just told y'all his politics. Stop coming in here with stupid shit. Stupid niggas.
Dumbass motherfucker. You saw Jermaine Dupri said that he feels like a lot of R&B has died mainly because they're not people in church anymore. The youth is not in church. And he said a lot of the soulful music and the R&B, the root of R&B comes from church.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that people are not going to church because churches are still full. Churches are still full. They still have kids. They still have
no, it's a fact that church. It's a fact that church has suffered a little bit.
I see a lot of, and I've never been a churcher, so I still see.
It's a fact that churches are emptier than they used to be. Some of them. Now you the ones that you probably see are the big powerful ones that you're gonna see, but like
I see low key ones.
The community churches and stuff. A lot of them are suffering right now with numbers. People aren't going to church like they used to. But
that ain't the point. And I don't believe it's that either. I just think that it's music.
I just know when you go back to old R&B artists and stuff, a lot of them say they started in the church. Mm-hmm. That's where that soulful, big, powerful voices, that shit come from church. The Whitney Houstons and that's a church voice.
I know, and that changes now because our R&B singers now are listening to rappers to get their church or their sounds or their. But
is that kind of what Jermaine Dupri trying to say? You're an R&B singer that's supposed to sing and serenade, and your ass is the rapper.
I don't know. I don't think so.
About it, but I'm with it.
I'm not.
Out the gate.
I'm not. I just think that music changes. And it's always going to be like that. It's always going to have a change. It wasn't always church. It didn't always start from church. It started from wherever. Your hard feelings, your harshness, your life. I got to sleep in this back coop. It just started from what it started from. And now if it's starting from you listening to rappers and singing about rap shit in the hood, that's all it is at this point to me.
But most R&B artists, when R&B was the shit, it is a fact that most of them say they started from church.
Yeah.
They got their voice. They got the runs.
They learn how to.
That happened in blues and shit too. A lot of stuff started in church.
Blues came from church too.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, but where is blues now?
Nowhere. That's my point.
Oh, it's still around?
Nowhere. It's still old as fuck. It's
this
nowhere.
train gonna keep on rolling.
That's from 1932. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is, man. Is the evolution of music changes. Evolution of music changes it, man. And that just happens.
I don't know.
It happens. It's evolution.
I can see what he's saying. I get it. I'm not gonna blame it as the only thing, and I don't think he was either. But I can see like people not being in church and so they're not learning how to make that style of music. I seen the meme too this week. It said R&B songs ain't good no more because they don't be begging no more.
Oh, cry baby.
The niggas don't be on there begging.
They ain't crooning. Yeah.
Baby, don't leave me. You know how they. And baby, please don't go.
Niggas damn sure ain't doing it. Niggas be like, bye, bitch. Oh, my bad.
I don't say that word on animal.
I mean, I was talking from a lady standpoint.
That's offensive.
I was talking from a lady standpoint.
Who don't use that word?
Women say that to men. Bye, bitch. Women say that to men. I know for a fact. Women will tell a man, bye, bitch.
That's okay when a woman say it.
No.
I'm just telling you what.
Then if you're just telling me that, I'm just telling you this. Okay, for a man to say it.
I'm just telling you what the double standard, how it works.
No, if a woman can say it, a man can say it.
And if a man cool with it.
It wasn't no other music.
Hey, a nigga will be hurt by that. Bye, bitch.
What? Man, what?
Hurt my heart. Don't call me bye, bitch.
Did you see
sad?
Kendrick nominated Not Like Us for like 62 categories?
Does that make Drake right?
What?
Kendrick opens his mouth and he gets a Grammy. But yeah,
I think it was best rap song, best music video, and best whole bunch, all them different.
It's like 5
fucking
categories.
categories.
Yeah, submit it for everything. And if I'm the artist and I get to submit it for that, yeah, submit it.
Is it? Does that hurt? Not hurt Drake, but does it keep fucking with Drake if he win all 5 of those?
No, because Drake just had the biggest grossing tour ever by a triple. Like Kendrick's was 1 something, Drake's was 3 something. So as far as sales go, but Drake was recently on stage a night ago. Y'all saw that? He was
talking about his friends.
His friends, yeah. He was up there crying. So he's still hurt. Drake's a soft guy. He's gonna always be hurt. Whatever. But does it actually hurt Drake? No. I don't care. Like, Drake is still Drake. Kendrick is still Kendrick. And Kendrick should probably get a Grammy for this and this movement that this went into. But Drake will figure it out, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, that's that. Sports. Well, college football. What a day yesterday, right?
Nothing like, there's no sport.
It was
college football.
A lot of losses yesterday. Man, nothing like college football.
A lot of wins, too.
A lot of wins. It's been a lot of ranked losses just this whole year. I think this is gonna be one of them years where everybody lose.
Yeah, the 12 in the playoffs makes it possible.
The only people that may not lose, and it happens like this all the time, they're not gonna lose in conference play is
Navy,
Ohio State.
Well, somebody else, maybe a Navy, Army, something like that too.
Well, I don't care about them.
I know.
I'm talking about like
the big boys.
Yeah, because the Big Ten's not.
Ohio State got a big one this week, but we're gonna see. But I would pick them.
Like, I'm extremely disappointed at USC right now.
I'm not. They're not known to be tough like that. And sometimes going step into that toughness, the finesse, the toughness. If you got to pick between finesse and toughness, most times I'm going with toughness.
I did think Lincoln Riley was gonna do something a little bit better with them.
I think so, but not yet.
I don't know if it come.
It's gonna have to.
This year, like 3 for them, ain't it?
No, not in the Big Ten. It's one. It's year 1. When you think about it like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's his 3rd year at USC. And they 2 and 3 games.
He just
and I know you got to get time, but like it's something about them. They don't have that grit. They just too finesse.
I'm trying to think like who at USC since Pete Carroll has had it.
Well, sometimes that happens. You got to find the right recipe.
Pete Carroll, I ain't seen them have that offensive, defensive grit, grind, scheme, talent. It's been a while since that, man. So they was big on whoever Lincoln Riley's new defensive coordinator is. They was like, he finally brought defense to the offense and blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh. They saw. The biggest one yesterday, of course, number 1 Alabama lost to
just a year, goddamn.
Vanderbilt, 40-35 in Nashville. Look, I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I seen a good chunk of it, and I watched a lot of highlights back. What you saw?
Defensively, Bama got dominated by an inferior opponent. I feel like not even an inferior opponent. I think that Vanderbilt played a better game. Offensively, they had a real good scheme. They had a real good idea, and they executed like a motherfucker. They executed, fool. They ran the ball about 50 times. They passed it about 20 to 25 times, and they would come out with these quick sets that get you outnumbered, and they run the offense quick.
Yeah.
Or they're shifting to get the advantage. And I just think that coaching and smarts got Vandy that win.
I feel like everything I said last week about Alabama
goes against your ass.
Yeah, come back. I was like, man, Lee Keller and Saban with that. But yesterday kind of.
That was a Saban game. Like, that's a game that Saban's not going to lose. And that's a game that this guy lost because he brought that West Coast USC mentality up in here. And it was a bit softer on where they needed to be tougher.
Yeah.
And I feel like that all year. Alabama's normally good, great Alabama teams are defense like a motherfucker. And all year we hadn't seen that yet.
That 3-3-5 looked.
It makes Alabama look soft.
Yeah, it looked a little shaky yesterday.
It's going to be soft, man. Like, if you're built up front, you got to have the up front. And if you just got 3 up front, man, like, nah, that ain't what Bama normally typically does. They're going to have the 4 up front, and they're going to be beefy niggas. Pause. They're going to be beefy up there. They're going to be athletic up there. They're going to make things happen up there with that 3-5. A lot of times, those guys just be guys.
I'm going to tell you one thing, too, that stuck out to me. Alabama leading rusher only ran 5 times. That's definitely not going to cut it.
Who is it, Jam Miller or
Yep.
is it Jalen Miro? Who's the leading rusher?
Well, the running back was Jam Miller. He only had 5 carries.
How many yards? Because I saw he broke a couple
45.
and a couple touchdowns, right?
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's not enough. Ryan Williams had 3 catches, 82 yards, had a spectacular catch again. Do what he does. He looked amazing. But it just didn't look like they were prepared. It looked like they had one of those weeks where we were coming off a big win against Georgia, kind of came in flat. And sometimes when you come in flat, it's just like I said, it's hard to hold the lead. It's hard to get up once you come in flat.
Yeah. I just think that it's their defense, man. I don't know why I keep going, but it's just the offense put up 35 points. And they had a stat they put up yesterday. Anytime a number one team comes in and put up 35 points, they were like 652-1 or some shit. It was like a wild stat. And that's a testament to their defense, man. You giving up 40 points to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
You giving up however many last week to Georgia. Like, they was like, it's been teams of Nick Saban's, and I don't want to bring up the Nick Saban, but it's been Alabama teams that have not given up these amount of points in the whole year that they've given up in the last 2 games.
Yeah. They're not playing good defense.
At all.
And that's not gonna fly.
And I think, and so that makes me also revert back to what we always kind of saying before the year started. Oh, I see Alabama with 2-3 losses, and we just thought it was crazy once the season started. But I still see it because now things starting to get into the fold, and you're looking at the comfortability of what they are, and defensively they're just not it. Like, nigga, they had a big crash out on defense. That nigga, that need to be on my team.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
He was crazy.
And now that was one thing that I said, I don't think he
Nick
do that
Saban,
with Nick. Yeah. And I don't want to keep saying that, but
And fool, you know,
people said last week, and like I said, maybe I was wrong.
You know what I looked at when I saw him doing that, fool? I looked at immediately the players around him. Nobody told that nigga nothing.
Nobody said shit.
Like, fool, tell that nigga stop. Get him in check. Somebody on that field needs to get him in check.
Yeah.
I don't care who he
tripping.
is. Like, calm down, bro.
Man, kick the football down.
You making us all. You doing that makes us all look stupid.
Yeah.
Get out. And once you get out my game, son. Go that way.
And he played. He kept going.
Go that way. You go sit down over there, back there in that corner over there.
That was wild.
Think about your thoughts.
The only like really ranked game, Texas A&M dominated Missouri. That was kind of like
big quick.
I picked Texas A&M because Missouri had been looking shaky the last couple of weeks, but I didn't expect 41-10.
I don't think you did, even more so because the Texas A&M you picked wasn't Texas A&M that played. The quarterback was the other white guy who was hurt for the last couple of weeks, and they came in playing good with the black kid who was playing well and playing good and getting the offense moving. He didn't play.
Yeah.
They started the old guy. They went back to the old guy, and that was another big reason why that offense moved like it moved. And most people were like, why is this quarterback starting now? And you saw why.
Because Buddy played good.
He played well. Buddy played real good. Like, that makes it hard to say that you don't lose or you do lose your position by injury. But
yeah. Louisville, they lost 34-27 to SMU. That was a game that we picked on Pick'ems.
Mm-hmm. I picked it without knowing what I was picking. I thought
you never know what you're picking. Clearly,
based on the ratings. Shit, I'm just talking up this bitch. It's like I'm taking a shot. Nigga, I call myself being safe this week, and this probably was my worst week.
Tennessee lost 19-14. That was another shocker.
Nobody thought of that.
Nope. Michigan lost 27-17 with another a rematch of the national championship.
I like this, man. I like this more parity. I like this more losing. I like it not just being so these are the 4 teams and this is it all year. You know what I'm saying? I like it right now being a chance for the chances. And maybe I'm being biased because I'm like, hey, LSU's 1 loss don't look so bad right now. But you still got to win moving forward.
Yeah. I told somebody like it, and we just said, I think this is a year where everybody's going to lose, except maybe like Ohio State. And I'm not counting like the Navies or something like that because they've been looking really good with what they do.
That gets them in the playoffs. That's why I said
right.
Because that gets them.
Oh, no. And they deserve to be in there. But I'm just more so talking about like how the Big Ten, SEC made this super conference. And they're doing what we figured they will do, and that's beat up on them. Texas still looks solid. They the new number 1 team. They
Brand
got
new number one.
They got a lot of weaponry out there.
And they got a rivalry game this week.
Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma.
The Red River, but it's still a Red River.
No, I get it.
It's just like the Iron Bowl.
It's rivalry.
It's
game.
not
You
just
never
like
can
the Iron Bowl, but
can ride it off. I don't know. I'm with you. I think the transfer portal has enhanced a lot of teams and made a lot of teams a lot better. And it's made some of the good teams, the strong powerhouses, I think it made them good, and they're going to have good runs, but I think it's going to make them inconsistent.
Yeah, because it makes it easy. It depends on where the money is flowing, and not even that. Just I could go over here with my homeboy. I'm gonna get paid. We gonna be good. We gonna be cool. We gonna be straight. And things like that's gonna work. So I like the parity of it, man. I like the idea of multiple teams. I don't just want one powerhouse. That also still, I was looking at football yesterday. I was like, there's no greater sport than college football, man. Not a nut.
What you mean by it?
Like college football, man, you ain't getting all of these different type of energies in different places.
Oh yeah.
Like in
like when game day go
like
to,
nigga, they in the middle of Nashville throwing goalposts in the motherfucking river, nigga. Like I ain't even know Nashville had a river. You know what I'm saying? The nigga threw the goalposts in the river. That, you know what I'm saying? And then just seeing Tennessee, we all thought that Tennessee was probably gonna go in there and blow out the doors off of Arkansas, but Arkansas came in and they played ball, man. I just like in Navy. Who expects Navy to be undefeated right now?
Syracuse and
Boise State running back doing what he doing right now.
Syracuse and UNLV played a live ass game Friday night.
Yeah, and even after all of the shit that UNLV has gone through, what they've gone through, and they're still prospering.
That boy look good too.
And offense, quarterback and running back, both of them who left, they're both looking good, man. So, that's why me personally, I've been liking college football a whole lot more. College football, what the fuck is that? College football. Dummy. College football a whole lot more, man, because it's not just about players. It's just about tradition and coming together as fans. And I don't know, man. It's just fun. It is fun. And I'm sometimes I like seeing y'all niggas lose. Sorry, Bama. Glad y'all lost. I wish that Miami lost too, because that's another game. Miami played.
I was just about to say, Todd was saying like, man, all these people losing, like Miami next, and
they pulled it off.
Cal went up on them 35-10, and they came all the way back. One, so it's hard to hold the lead, and Miami ended up winning 38-39.
And we just talked about it last week. Was that Miami's challenge, or will there be more? And lo and behold, the very next week, Cal came back and gave them the game of their year of their life.
I keep saying with Miami, I just think, like I said, it's something missing. I don't know what it is, but regardless of what I'm saying, they find a way to win.
Defense. That's from the Miamis of old. Their defense was killers. No point intended. You know what I'm saying? But they were killers, man. And right now they don't have them killers on defense. Offensively, they're solid, and they're going to put up the points that's needed in the crunch time. But at some point, your defense got to be your defense. Who has a defense like that right now?
Nobody,
boy. Ain't none of that shit.
That's why I asked.
Nobody.
Like, who has?
I mean, you could say teams like, I still feel like Georgia got a solid defense. They played, they had a game against
But then
Alabama,
against Alabama, they gave up 40.
Yeah, Alabama got a pretty good ass offense too. And like I said, you're asking who. I mean, that was one or two games, but I think if you say like who, if you had to pick some of the top defenses in the country,
it'd be Georgia.
Yeah, I still pick them. Cam Ward went crazy though, 437, but he threw it 53 times.
That's tough. 53 times.
That's too many throws. Like that's back him at Washington State.
That's nuts. The ACC, the new Pac-12 with fucking Hell Mummy and shit. Niggas don't be knowing Hell Mummy like that. And Hell Mummy was in Pac-12. He was Kentucky with Tim Couch, and they started that throwing that bitch 99 times, and then Hawaii came. Niggas don't be knowing that.
Are you tripping? My man who passed, Mississippi State coach that came from Washington State.
He's an offspring of Hell Mummy.
No,
Hell Mummy was first.
June Jones was first.
Hell Mummy.
June Jones was absolutely first.
But you're not talking about June Jones. Who you talking about? What's his name?
Mike Leach.
Yeah.
I think Mike Leach been around for a long, long, long time.
He has, but Hell Mummy was.
No, I remember Hell Mummy, but I got you. I got you. But
what order of things?
What we got this week?
Let me see. We got 4 games, man. I'm picking a lot of games. It might be 5. I might throw that.
And if y'all ain't seen the standings, please look at the standings. I am at the top. I think I got 11 wins. I think.
Shut up.
I think Can't Get Right is in second place with 10, Todd 9, and Hooter at the bottom with like 6.
I'm bottom. I need to shut the fuck up. So I ain't even mad at it. But we got 4, 5 maybe games this week, man. And we have possibly 2 games of the week this week. The first game might be a game of the week. Ole Miss, number 9, and these ratings might be a little bit different by the time this comes out. Ole Miss, number 9, LSU, number 13. We're playing in Death Valley, baby, at 6:30 is a night game, basically. Who you got?
That's gonna be a tough fucking game.
Ole Miss, LSU. Ole Miss 5-1, LSU 4-1.
And they playing in LSU.
At LSU.
Nighttime, Baton Rouge. Give me LSU.
I'm with you. And I'm not, I was going to let my emotions get the best of me. I'm still going LSU, though. But I was going to let it. But once I looked at all of the factors, it makes sense. Where they both are. Where they both are, where we're playing at, it makes sense. G-Ball said Ole Miss, so we'll see. We'll get them other 2 bums' opinion later. The Red River Rivalry.
Oh, shit, there's some real good games.
Yeah, the Red River Rivalry, 2:30 p.m. On ABC. Number one, Texas against number 18, Oklahoma. 5-0 Texas against Oklahoma, who's 4-1, and they're playing at the Cotton Bowl, where they play at. I'll go first on this. So I'm going Texas. The only thing that scares me about Texas is I don't know, and they don't know who their quarterback is going to be just yet. They say Quinn was supposed to make a comeback this week. If he did, I don't think it matters because I think that both of them boys have ran that offense efficiently. So I'm going Texas. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm Texas. I saw Oklahoma. I'm not really impressed with them.
Yeah,
they're decent.
The quarterback is not.
Yeah, they decent, but they don't look like Oklahoma of old. So I'm Texas.
Gotcha. One just changed. I was gonna pick it Penn State, USC, but USC is no longer rated after their loss, so I'm skipping that there. The next one, I got 2 more. So first, I'm gonna go. I like this game. Kansas State, Colorado. Both are 4-1. It's a late night game, a 9 p.m. game. 4-1 Kansas State gets 4-1 Colorado. There you go, Can't Get Right. And they are playing at Folsom Field.
What time is the game?
It's late night, 9:15 p.m.
They told me to bust down my AP. Perfect time, man. Give me Colorado, nigga. Yeah. I like the fighting Deion Sanders.
Folsom Field
in Colorado. I'm going with Colorado. I think that it's easy to, I still don't know who they want to be. I know that they last game, they played real well. I like their offense. They're exciting to watch. Me and Markel was just saying yesterday, without them playing, I was like, damn. I just like the white. Yeah, it was kind of a little, not boring because the games was good.
Entertaining.
But I wanted to see them play. I like their character. I like the team. But I'm anxious to see who they want to be. Kansas State's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough-ass win. That game could go either way. I really want to pick Kansas State, but I'm biased. I'm not going to lie. And I like Colorado, so I'm going with Colorado, but I'm scared because they defense be bullshitting.
Yep, and you stick with your bias because I'm going Kansas State. I think that
Nigga,
Kansas
you
State,
at the bottom, nigga.
I picked Kansas State. Shut up. I picked Kansas State to win the Big 12 or Pac-12 or whatever the fuck they're in right now. I don't even know the conferences anymore. I'm going with Kansas State, man. I like Kansas State in this because I think what we talked about earlier, you're going to go with the finesse or you're going to go with the toughness. I think that Kansas State is a tougher team.
Oh, they're going to out-tough the fuck out them. They're going to be running that bitch down. They dope.
100%.
They told me to bust down my AP. Perfect time, man.
And, of course, the game of the week is 5-0 versus 5-0. Number 2 versus number 3. Woo! Ohio State versus Oregon. I'm going to Ohio State. Fuck. I said that too fast. I'm going to Ohio State.
Man, Gabriel, man, that man got 1,400 yards.
And they're in Outson Stadium, baby. That's Oregon State. Oregon. The state of Oregon.
But they got Junkins. They got Smith.
And Oregon hasn't been playing very well against anybody. They won every game. They won every game, but they ain't played well to me against anybody. I'm going to Ohio State. But I don't care. I don't want to convince you about nothing. Nathaniel.
Ohio State or Oregon. Finkel and Einhorn. Give me
Finkel and Einhorn.
Fuck.
Finkel, Einhorn.
Give me Ohio State. They got fuck.
I'm
going Ohio
The
State.
people say 64% to 35% Ohio State.
Ohio State, bro. Oregon ain't worth shit this year.
Nah, they good.
Yeah, they win. They're 5-0. And they number
They good.
6. They number 3 in the country. So you don't get the number 3. I get it.
And that boy can slang that. He know how to slang that tater.
In 2024, I've changed my outlook. A win is a win is a win is a win. Whether you win by win or 30 by 1 or 31, I don't care. Win the game, man. That's all that matters in 2024. That shit, that beating people by 60 shit no more. That shit ain't hit no more. Yeah, that shit over with, man. You ain't gonna consistently do that no more. Cause you might beat somebody by 60 and come in lose by 7 to Vandy.
Mike got it with his Buckeyes this week.
But that's the 4. And put all 4 on the spreadsheet, please, G-Ball.
Look, Mike, he happy about that.
I need my That's him. That's a him and can't get right bet though, right? Didn't they bet? Pre-bet?
What was the pre-bet?
SEC. If a SEC, that's the ongoing bet.
But that's not an SEC team.
I'm saying in the future, if a SEC and a Big Ten team play in the playoffs, they're gonna bet. That was their little agreement.
But they both Big Ten. Though.
I'm not talking about this. I'm just saying going forward. So
I don't know what they bet is. Let me start.
It makes Ohio State better to win, so that can't get right and might can happen.
Yeah. Moving on into the dummy of the week. Dumbass, stupid ass.
And you
dummy.
talked about it. Did you decide if it's Todd or not?
Malachi Moore.
No.
Bring your ass to the principal's office.
Yeah, he tripped out.
The Alabama defensive back from right here in Birmingham, man. It doesn't do me a good service to give you this, but you deserve it. You can't let your emotions get the best of you. You're the lead on that team. I understand your anger. I understand your frustration, but there's a level that you got being the leader of that team that you can't cross to be able to get your boys back on the same page. Get in their shit. Somebody needs to. But you can't be seen losing your composure like that, kicking the ball down, and you're the leader of that defense.
Banging a quarterback head or whoever that would ran about. Nigga was banging a nigga head.
Yeah, man, you got to have better composure.
Slapping yourself in the face.
I know that you'll get it together. You're a great ball player, but for now, I got to give you the dummy of the week.
Right?
Dummy.
You earned it. You deserved it. You earned it, man. Keep it cool, man. That's one of the biggest things, man. Like, you're a pro now. You're no longer an amateur. I'm sorry.
You a pro, nigga.
Yeah, that shit is not in you're no longer an amateur, so you gotta act like a pro, my boy. Like, you gotta learn how to control yourself in those situations. When tough situations come, cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you as a pro, you gotta know that Alabama losing one game is not the end of them. Y'all still have a big season in front of y'all, man, and you reacting like that, people gonna fuck with you, and they gonna feed off that. And if you let them, they gonna do it.
Yeah. Nick Saban be dropping some crazy ass gems on that game day.
He do.
Yeah, man, that man's a true people motivator. Cause that nigga got me motivated. I can't remember what he said. He said something along.
You was ready to drive the mobile.
Huh? Yeah. I went a little faster because he uplifted my spirits. But he was saying something about leadership, being in leadership. It was like a leader that. Oh, man, damn, how did that nigga say that? It was something along the lines of like a leader basically who just chastise, criticize without teaching creates poor morale. Yeah. Versus, like, he was saying how they showed it. Did you see the statistic where they showed he was like, he changed his coaching philosophy and thought and outlook on it. And they showed his record from the time he said he did it, from the game he said he did it, his coaching record was nuts after that. It was at Michigan State. Said they wasn't that good. They wasn't expected to win. And he said, instead of going in there like getting in everybody's shit, he just built them up. Took it as a teachable moment to help uplift them in that moment. He said it totally changed outlook. They won the game, and he was like, my coaching record been different since.
If I had to point out a game, or a time frame, I would think that was from Michigan State going to LSU because you saw the differences. Yeah. However, looking at the outcome, I saw you caught a lot of kids. You piece of shit. Get this shit over. Start over.
Yeah. No, I don't think he wasn't saying that you can't go in there.
You still got to coach tough though.
Yeah, I hate that I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was dope as fuck. But I couldn't go back and catch it. I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube. I ain't watching. I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube. But any other news and information or things we forgot to add on before we get up out of here? I know it's a little shorter than normal, but wasn't really that much popping this week.
Right on Paul. We could have talked about some other shit that we didn't give a fuck about talking about, but who gives a shit about that? 119 and last week was 125, 130. We right on par. We good. Shouts out to y'all and tune in to next week of the Content Factory.
Go on
podcast,
YouTube,
episode 3.
Like, subscribe
and
to
share.
our channel, and
share.
Please do
man.
it. Go if you're not on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to it. And on that note, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
You gonna run off the dummies talking like that?
You saying all that? You fucking with them people.
So.